Hi. Hey guys, Darkovika here, as always. Sorry for the lack of updates. I hope you all have been doing very well. Um, I just kind of wanted to share with you guys where I'm currently at, because boy is it a doozy. Things are gonna probably change for the channel, and for definitely the benefit of the channel. So I decided to do a kind of New Year vlog to talk to you guys about the changes that I'm hoping to put into place, because it's kind of neat, scary, exciting, and all of the above. Recently, I got laid off, so I no longer have a job, which is fine. Our family is fine. We're okay. I was not the breadwinner of this marriage, so everything's cool. It was a very amicable layoff, like no problems whatsoever. Great job. So I figured with the time that I now have that was originally taken up by working, I would focus a bit more on, doing the stuff that I've been wanting to do, which is finally finishing the book that I've said I've been writing for God knows how long. And, YouTube, obviously. Ta-da! I would love to get back into Twitch, but that is just not feasible with a 4-month-old baby. I think the only way that other Twitch streamers do this is by pumping breast milk, which frankly, or formula feeding, which I'm not totally against, but since our baby is essentially entirely breastfed, that's gonna suck for me in the long run. So I just genuinely hate pumping. I don't want to do it. So yeah, live streaming is probably not gonna happen until after he's been weaned from breastfeeding. So with that said, YouTube is probably going to see a whole lot more of me, for better or for worse. I don't know exactly what yet. I've been, as always, humming and hawing over what I want to do on this channel, which I should really just do things that I want to do, but surprise, surprise, I don't know what I want in life. Apart from that, though, I also decided to talk about the fact that I, wanted to kind of change the way my life has been going for the past couple of years, especially because of the fact that I have a son. So part of my New Year's resolution or what have you is this year I wanted to get back into reading as well. Over the past few years, I've been trying to focus on writing, which you would think, oh sure, that makes sense. That sounds wonderfully, productive. It would be if I was actually writing. One of the issues that I have is that I doom scroll. I doom scroll really bad. Something fierce, it is an addiction. It's bad. I doom scroll so much, I don't think I actually do anything else with my free time. And after having my son, it's kind of become really obvious to me how much I doom scroll. I'm not, neglecting him by any stretch of the imagination, but it's enough that he recognizes my phone, and I don't know that I like that. I don't want him to automatically look at my phone and think, as a baby, what is this thing that mommy likes so much? So I wanted to get back into reading and kind of try to do something about the doom scrolling, because my God, it's too much. And yeah, I want my son to look back and say, oh, my mom always read a lot. My mom read books a lot instead of my mom scrolled on her phone a lot, because one of these sounds a lot cooler than the other. Spoiler alert, it's the reading one. So I decided to just go through my bookshelf and, look at all of the books that I have that I haven't finished or that I've started reading and then just got distracted from doom scrolling. And, I downloaded like a book app so that I could collect all of the books that I'm reading. So right now I have 2 books that I'm currently reading. One of them is The Magician's Nephew from the Chronicles of Narnia, which I'm reading to my son. Not that he cares because he's 4 months old, but reading to babies is strongly advocated, I guess, or is advised, because they listen to the tone of your voice and they hear all these words and they start to pick up on like cadences and talking and stuff like that. And he does pay attention. He's just obviously doesn't know what a Narnia is or a lion or yellow yet, because he's 4 months old. So, I'm going through that stuff and I'm reading to him just for fun. I also read in picture books, but sometimes you just want to read the Chronicles of Narnia. The other book I'm reading is The Mists of Avalon by Marion Zimmer Bradley, which is very, very good. It's super thick. It's like this thick, but I'm having a blast, so I don't care. Obviously, King Arthur is up there with Robin Hood for me. They're both sort of in the same tier of interest. I just like that kind of stuff, you know? So yeah, there's my entire to-be-read list. Alright, look. So I have the entire Hood trilogy by Stephen Lawhead, Scarlet Hood, and Tuck. Why is Hood by Steve? No, it's Stephen. Okay. App is kind of funny. So yeah, I have Hood, Scarlet, and Tuck in this list. I also have The Story of King Arthur and His Knights by Howard Pyle, The Once and Future King by T.H. White. Interesting point about that one. It's what the movie The Sword and the Stone by Disney was based on. And then I have King Arthur and His Knights of the Round Table by Roger Lancelyn Green, The Outlaws of Sherwood by Robin McKinley, The Rhymes of Robin Hood, An Introduction to the English Outlaw by Richard Barry Dobson and John Taylor, Robin Hood by Henry Gilbert, Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott. I've tried a couple times. That one's going to need some serious focus. It's, you know, the older a book gets, the drier it gets. So it's one of those for me, but I want to read it so bad because I do like it. It's just I have the attention span of a peanut. Life in a Medieval Castle by Joseph Guise, could be Guise, and Francis Guise. Life in a Medieval City and Life in a Medieval Village by the same people. The Writer's Guide to Everyday Life in the Middle Ages, the British Isles from 500. Okay, the title is really long. It's actually cut off. 500, and then there's a T. I don't know what comes after the T. But anyways, it's I have heard that it's not the most accurate book, but what I actually figured is I don't really care because most of what I write is fantasy anyways, so it doesn't need to be accurate to our history. I have an issue where I just simply cannot picture things. Like, I'm still struggling to understand feudalism. All right, like I can't picture it. I don't understand. It's complicated. Okay, I don't even think they understood feudalism. I'm beginning to get the concept that feudalism was not a hard set of rules. It was just a vague thing that we put a name to that they didn't even understand. Look, anyways, The Middle Ages, Everyday Life in Medieval Europe by Jeffrey L. Singman. The Civilization of the Middle Ages, a completely revised and expanded edition. There could be more words after that, by Norman F. Cantor. The Secret Commonwealth of Elves, Fauns, and Fairies by Robert Kirk. This is a very interesting, I think it's Robert Kirk who wrote it. There's Andrew Lang, but I think he wrote a preface. That was a very interesting book that I'm not 100% sure the history of, that I know of it, is actually true. So look into that. It's really neat, but it's basically like a priest who wrote about fairies. I don't know if that's just, I don't know. Anyways, Richard the Lionheart, the Crusader King of England by W.B. Bartlett, which is just a historical thing. It's just about Richard the Lionheart. Look, I'm a Robin Hood girl. What can I say? If it's gonna be history, it's gonna be Richard. Anyways, Walk the Wild with Me by Rachel Atwood. Spoiler alert, it's Robin Hood related. The Medieval Warrior, Weapons, Technology, and Fighting Techniques. There's more to that title, but again, it is cut off. Early Medieval Architecture, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Okay, the whole Narnia series, it's in there. I'm also probably going to add Harry Potter to the list of what I'm going to read to Riley just for giggles. And, you know, I'm going to have to read them all again eventually when he's actually cognitive and, you know, listening and interested in this stuff. But as a baby, I mean, like, why not start reading to him now all these fun things, and he can hear my voice. I do voices while I read them to him. So yeah, that's kind of what's on my plate. I don't know if I'm going to read all of that. I'm like 13% of the way through The Mists of Avalon, and I'm on like page 100 and something. 112, I think. Yeah. 59% of the way through The Magician's Nephew. Yeah, page 112. 13% of the way through the book. I do read really fast, which I don't skim things. People think that if you read fast, you just automatically skim things. I don't. I just have an attention span for one thing and one thing only, and usually that's reading. But if it's really dry, my attention span lasts 3 words, and that sucks. But yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what your New Year's resolutions are. Do you have to-be-read books? I'd love to see them in the comments. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys a little more around here. It'll be nice. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.